Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And warm greetings to fellow attendee and honorary panel of the International Multidisciplinary Academic Conference 2024 held at Polytechnic Kota Kinabalu. Right, my name is Arif Ihsan bin Azizi, together with my colleague Marjiha Muhammad Azam from Polytechnic Tuanku Syed Sirajuddin and one Nur Shamimi Wan Sajiri from College Community Beaufort. Today, I would like to present about our studies, which is Halal Tourism in Sabah, perception among Sabah Community College students. Table of content, which is number 1 is introduction, number 2 is literature review, number 3 is methodology, number 4 is finding and analysis, and lastly, conclusion. For the first slide, which is introduction, Islamic tourism is expanding rapidly in Malaysia. Sabah is emerging as a key halal tourism destination, offering excellent facilities for Muslim tourists. Tourism is a major industry in Sabah. Developing halal tourism could attract more inbound and outbound visitors, boosting the local economy. Young locals' perceptions are crucial for the success of halal tourism. However, research on their views are still limited. And lastly, the main challenge is balancing the needs of non-Muslim tourists while maintaining halal principles. Now we move to the objective of these studies. First, to understand the perception of halal tourism in Sabah among students of community college. Second, to determine which aspect need to be improved in introducing the halal tourism industry in Sabah. Okay, now we move to literature review. Firstly, is Sabah as a tourism destination. Malaysia has strong potential for halal tourism, but success requires better strategy and cooperation among stakeholders. Sabah, known for its diverse culture and natural beauty, plays a key role in this effort. Effort in Sabah focus on expanding halal certified businesses, enhancing Muslim-friendly amenities, and promoting the state as a halal-friendly destination to attract more Muslim travelers. Secondly, awareness of halal tourism. Youth perspective on halal tourism in diverse communities may vary, with some viewing it as inclusive and others as niche or elitist. Greater awareness and understanding of halal tourism concept lead to stronger support and participation from young people. Key elements in promoting halal tourism include destination selection, food, accommodation, Sharia compliant activities, and guest treatment. Additionally, Islamic heritage sites like mosque in Malacca and museum in Negeri Sembilan can be leveraged as attraction to boost Islamic tourism. And lastly, Muslim-friendly tourism. Muslim tourists require accommodation that is user-friendly, offering gender segregated areas, halal cuisine, and no alcohol service. Additional amenities like prayer mats and Qibla direction indicators enhance the experience. Halal cuisine must comply with Islamic dietary regulation, significantly impacting Muslim tourist satisfaction and likelihood of returning. Activities like visiting mosques and Islamic monuments also contribute to the halal tourism experience, with certified halal food fostering greater trust among Muslim travelers. Okay, now let me share about the methodology that used in this study. For sampling, quantitative study consists of 102 tourism and hospitality students related program at Sabah Community College. And then we use a simple random sampling technique using questionnaire on Google Form for approach. Evaluation, descriptive analysis with level of determination based on mean score. And then all the data, we analyze it using statistical package for social science version 22. Next, we move to respondent background. The background of the respondent is shown in table 2. The data collected from both male and female students. Based on the data obtained, there are students who have used Islamic tourism packages. However, most of the students have not yet traveled to any place, either inbound or outbound, but they are willing to travel on Sharia-based tourism, which is halal tourism, shown 91.2 in percentage. This is the data analysis for these studies. Table 3 shown perception of halal tourism in Sabah among students at Sabah Community College. Right, the highest mean score 4.26, SD equal to 1.04 reflect the perception that halal tourism will promote restaurant offering halal food and drinks. This highlights the importance students place on halal food availability, aligning with Muslim tourist expectation and awareness of Islamic dietary practice. This is the second highest score for the item. High agreement on the belief that halal tourism will emphasize warm and respectful hospitality, with mean score 4.24, SD equal to 1.04. This shows students understanding that halal tourism principles encompass more than food and accommodation, focusing on the overall treatment and experience of tourists. Next, let me present for the next item in this data analysis. Separate accommodation for men and women, mean 4.20, SD equal to 1.01, and prayer facilities, mean score 4.20, SD 1.05, are seen as essential for maintaining religious observance in halal tourism. Students also perceive halal tourism as offering educational and culturally enriching experiences, including Islamic heritage sites, mean score 4.17. For the standard deviation is 1.03, and intellectual tourism mean score 4.18, SD 1.02. This perception align with halal tourism's goals to provide religiously compliant services while enhancing appreciation of Islamic culture and history. We move to the last item of this data analysis. The lowest mean score 3.95, standard deviation of 1.08, was for the introduction of local heritage that align with Islamic law, though it still falls within the high category. This slightly lower score may suggest students' cautious approach to entering local heritage with halal tourism, reflecting concerns about compatibility with Islamic principles. We are reaching the end of my presentation, which is conclusion for these studies. Sabah is a popular tourist destination, but the halal tourism concept is still relatively new due to factors like demographics. These studies of students at Sabah Community College found positive perception of halal tourism, with most preferring halal destinations. Students believe that halal tourism will bring benefits, including more halal food options, friendly locals, and better accommodation. Respondent highlight the importance of halal food, warm hospitality, and gender-segregated accommodations in halal tourism. Stakeholders are encouraged to enhance halal tourism in Sabah, focusing on key improvements to boost the industry. That's all for my presentation. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.